after a lengthy layoff from the UFC, he came back a couple of weeks ago with a big victory over Damarques Johnson. Quick Swick back to his old self, and he joins us right now on Ringside Report Radio. Mike, thanks for joining us.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Oh, we're doing really well. How are you doing? A couple weeks removed now from your big return to the octagon. How did it feel to get back in there?
Oh, it felt great. This is a great feeling, man. It's been a long time off, so that's incredible.
I mean, almost, what was it? It was 2 years you were off?
910 days.
Oh, my goodness. So you were really counting down those days, right?
Yeah.
What about cage rust? We hear so much about, cage rust and staying away from the octagon. Did you feel any of that going in?
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to, figure out exactly what that contributed to, but I mean, like, I felt good out there. The crowd and the show and everything. I felt great. Like, literally, the only thing that really kind of took me off my game was getting punched in the eyeball. So
yeah,
that was something I didn't count on, which, that kind of took me a little bit out of my my realm.
How is your eye now? I saw some swelling after the fight. Has that all cleared up? Yeah,
it's great. I mean, it's back to normal now. It just, at the time, I think it just landed just perfectly right on there. Yeah. And, I just went like black, which, I've never had to do that. So I was just a little worried at the time that I wasn't going to be able to see something. But,
wow.
Luckily I maintained composure and did what I needed to do. So, it worked out.
So did your whole vision go black there for a second, or was it just that one eye?
No, just the right side.
Oh, okay.
So you can still see, but it's weird. Like, I've never sparred or done anything where, like, you had one eye. And, if you cover an eye, you can see perfectly fine. But in a fight, it's a lot more stressful because, like, you feel like you can't see fine, I mean, I could see perfectly fine out of my left eye. It's just kind of weird. But, there's so many weird things that happen during fights, and it's just one more thing to look back on. And, he did a great job ground and pound, and he landed some big shots on the ground. So, he did a great job, and it was a good fight. I liked that fight.
Did it I mean, obviously your fights are very quick. You're Mike Quick Swick, but did you want to speed it up after that happened? You realized, okay, I got a little bit hurt here. Let's finish it off. I mean, the fight only lasted 1 minute, 20 seconds.
For sure. In between rounds, I was like, that's all I was thinking about was, because, I've been thumbed in the eye, been hit in the eye so many times in my career, but I've never had it go completely black. So I was like really hoping at any second, like come back, like, because it just kind of affects your vision a little bit, and definitely the confidence because, even though I could see out of my left eye, you still feel like if you get, I feel confident inside the pocket and parrying punches and doing head movement and countering and stuff, but with one eye, I just felt like something was going to get in, and I wasn't going to be able to see it or something like that. So, my striking from the second round wasn't near as crisp as the first. I was kind of desperately, taking shots I shouldn't have and extending out too much and, trying to land the punches and stuff. But, definitely the game plan was to make every punch count. So, when I did land, it was definitely everything I had. I wanted to try to finish the fight as soon as possible.
Do you think with the consistent amount of eye pokes and the eye injuries that are happening in the UFC, like when Jake Shields poked GSP in the eye and he had a detached retina, just things like that, do you think there needs to be an adjustment with the gloves where the fingers are covered?
I don't know. He didn't thumb me in the eye. I think he legitimately just punched me in the face, and it just happened to land really solid on my eyeball. So it was a good shot. He didn't do anything with his fingers or nothing like that, but touching on that in other fights, it sucks when it happens. I mean, it hasn't happened to me to where it cost a fight or we had to make a decision or anything. But I mean, I don't think there's much you can do. I mean, you want to keep your hands open to be able to grab and do grappling. So it's really hard. I mean, that's kind of like the double-edged sword. You have the freedom of moving your hands, your fingers, but the downside is you can eye gouge somebody or eye poke,
Definitely. Now, you just mentioned, it felt great to be back 910 days, removed from being in the octagon. It must have been a little extra sweet to pick up that knockout of the night bonus.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course. It's always sweet to get knocked out of the night. So, yeah, I definitely was happy about that, and that was a nice boost.
Now, how big of a boost was that? Because I just wonder, you're a professional mixed martial artist, and you didn't fight for 910 days. Was it difficult financially for you during that time when, obviously you've got sponsors and different things going on, but you're a professional fighter and you fight for money, right?
Yeah, of course. It was a big change not being able to get fight money, for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I was making good money, and then I went to no fight purse. So, luckily I saved and invested well, and I have a business, and, luckily I was smart with my money and didn't just blow it, because, it would have been even worse. So, it was tough, but it's definitely nice to be back, and, in all areas, financially as well, and to be making, money again, and, that knockout of the night definitely helped.
And when do you want to get back into the octagon? As soon as possible?
Oh, yes. I just had surgery a few days ago to get my knee cleaned out. My knee from the ACL never got full extension, so
wow.
It was kind of difficult training, but they went in there and cleaned it out, and it's, amazing now. And then the elbow as well, so I should be back to doing some stuff this week, and then a little bit more next week, and I want to fight soon, as soon as I can get another fight.
Are we thinking October, November, as early as that?
No, probably not October. But I would love to obviously get something in November, December if it becomes available.
Oh, well, maybe we'll see a fight here November 17th in Montreal. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah, that would be. I'd love to fight in Canada.
Have you ever fought here before?
No. I've been up there a few times. Great trips, but I've never fought there.
Oh, well, maybe you can give a call to the UFC and we can see a fight here November 17th. A huge welterweight card set there.